All right. Now they've changed the hair up on the horse, and I like it. You see how it lays across my head, and it's very fancy. That's incredible. You see how I open my mouth, and my horse's teeth are seen. And this is my phone falls over. Put that back together. And you see the hair and the horse of the hair of the horse and my hair of the horse and the hair of course go together. Now my horse is a little bit, granted, he seems to be glowing with some Hollywood-esque ephemeral glow, and I don't know what's causing that. You know, maybe I'll blend it out, maybe it'll go away, and you'll be like, oh, we didn't notice anything. But I was going to talk about some more on, do you notice certain things have an effect on your thinking and processing of them out? Have you ever looked for a word in your head and found yourself looking for it on the floor and never noticed the transition between the two states? Or had you noticed the transitions between the two like I did? I caught where I was and why that thought had slipped into that other realm. No, it's not brain damage, thank you very much. It's not. But it's been at manipulating and analyzing some of these very small thoughts, perceptions. You know, even if for a second it's a misconception, and then you realize and be like, oh, that's I've got that wrong. The quicker you readily put it back out there is a change in fucking the whole damn game. Because as soon as you get out some shit that you have inside of you that's wrong action, wrong feeling. Well, your feelings are never wrong, okay? Number one, feelings are never wrong. They don't have to be right. But what you feel is always valid. It's always valid. It doesn't matter if it's going to hurt somebody's feelings. And I don't advise you to hurt anyone's feelings. But what I'm telling you is why you have the feelings that you do have is important to be able to articulate and let it out. Express it through your words. As soon as you get those words detangled, and even if the opportunity to say something to someone about it really fast, the faster that process goes, the more of a reality manifesting potential you'll end up with by the end. If you're in the right place for one of these occurrences to occur, by some odd chance, maybe you don't know why, and maybe there's not a way to find out, maybe there is, maybe you're in a power spot, maybe you're on a ley line, maybe you're at the magnetic cross point on the grid. There's 100 different variants, or differing reasons that have a similar multiplying effect. Like what is the what? Man, are you kidding me? Oh, I didn't know. See, I didn't know this was going to be possible. I'm sorry. Today was brought to you by dreams I wasn't yet ready to have, in good things for myself. This is great. Now, I know I said something fucked up about this today. I was just trying to articulate something about, thinking that men shouldn't.
How about this, buddy? You're gonna shut the fuck up and we're gonna cut to Dragon. Yeah. See ya. Alright. My friend down there, I told her, you're gonna to have to connect with nature and do something right. You tried to bypass me by just bringing people down there, and nature didn't like it. The spirits, the familiars, whatever's down there, whatever's representing the spiritual world that I'm aware of and can dialogue, doesn't like that you're bypassing me each time. And don't. If you do it again, I went down there ahead of this before she even was fully moved. I got my face on the ground and did that to petition Goddess and River to assist, and they said that they would. They said that they would take over the tutelage of her. Now I told her, I was like, you shouldn't just take anybody down there, because what you're doing is bypassing my divine masculine when you do that. Because you don't ask me, you're telling me you're taking somebody down there, and if I'm in responsibility and if the river holds me responsible for who you bring down there, then it matters to me, because the elemental beings and the spirits that are down there are so capable of fucking me up that now it's going to go to you. Well, she violated it, and I think was on like the next round violation. So she's down there right now, and it's dark and she's not come up. So what I expect to happen is somebody's going to find themselves on a completely black journey up. And if she makes it up without calling or saying something, I would take that as the sign. But having her not even aware of it within the next period of time, I already pointed it out. And I already told her, I was like, you're going to be so fucked up. I was like, because you're not able to pay attention to something very important, and the reason why you can't is the entity attachments and the things that we're not supposed to be losing our power to anymore. Like the power phone device it has, that's Orion consciousness producing. Oh yeah, it does. I plugged it in and I interfaced with it, and it did. It connects with some sort of Orion Queen monster thing. I mean, maybe it's an alien, okay, so what? Do you want me to be racist, or do you want me to be a scrutinary, truth, Fulian? When I'm a dragon, I can't lie to you, because I'm going to tell you that if the river wants to eat you, you're done for. And she doesn't have to, she can get you right there. But if she's not having school, which I hope that's what's going on, I hope there's some sort of, I don't have to know. And even the Vine called me over there and told me that he would look out. And they already knew, because the person that she had first brought over, or was going to bring there, I already knew them. And the river and all that, those spirits knew that. And I think that's why they were testing me, to see if I cared or not. If it was such a big deal that I would just run down there real fast and do it. Because nobody even went to the river. But I made her aware. I was like, well, I'm supposed to kind of be the guardian of it in a way. Or at least in respect to my own entry into that place. And I think the river's doing something to her, because it told me that it would. It told me, don't worry about that, this person can't keep my word and will violate. They said that we'll take care of her, which I thought that she needed to have some sort of transaction with the river like that. So if it doesn't become a problem, I'll just take it that river must have done something. It's doing it. See, you can't just have faith for the old standard Christian God and not have to apply the same faith to any of your beliefs you come up with along the way. I'm not at odds with my religion. It's why I'm saying this, is that this is a matter of faith on my part, that I had this interaction with nature and clearly got the words to come back and bring to this person, who I told them, and no, they were not able to abide in it at all. Not even a day. So, witnessing that part of someone else and that part of myself that's not able to accommodate their own words in life, yet remains foggy and confused as to where direction it may be going. I see the humor in that. It's not funny. Because I don't know, but I also know where I've frivolously wasted a lot of energy and efforts that weren't getting me anything that I thought. And I may have in those times thought that I was getting something out of it that I needed for the time. But in the end, I see that there's nothing good that comes from any of it. Because you're like negotiating with yourself to be the not best you could be, and that's just frivolous. Why would you? Whose interest would be served by that? Even if you tell yourself that, both of you have the interest that you don't do it. It's the greater thing to do that you must do. No, it's not easy. It's not even sometimes possible for you humans to fucking reason that out. What that thing is, much less do it. Doing it's a whole power factor multiplier. The factors against you then, finding out you don't know what it is. The golden axe that you can do, that open reality. So there. At least I can know I'm being a dragon. Although I can't speak them. The whole trailer is moving. I wonder if it's the wind. It feels like it's the wind. Anyway, since I'm putting this in the middle, I'll take it.
Roll this and then have this giant runner that made me have to break 4th of it off. Because this isn't the spot to roll a duper in. In fact, every time I've sat here and rolled one, I've had a problem. In fact, anytime I face this way and I roll, I've had a problem. And I didn't notice that till just now. Why would I think about which direction I'm facing when I roll a joint? Does the context of what I'm doing affect the relationship if it's not of a certain type? I mean, like a Muslim person would remember that they would be praying to...
You know what that means? Allah doesn't like it when you smoke this shit. It makes you stupid and makes you touch yourself when nobody's looking. Now, I don't think that's what it means. I know it means nothing because it's coming out of me. And I can shake my fist and I can to you and tell you I'm not being racist, but you may suspect that, hey guy, you're being prejudiced or something. Are you using that white privilege I've heard about? Well, I don't know. All I know is I can roughly imitate one of these Arab guides. And about the time it happened to me when I was doing it at the drive-thru at the Starbucks I worked at, and the guy came through, and I was wearing the same stuff. That happened. He was pissed. Yeah, he was pissed. He thought I was specifically making fun of him, but in fact, I found those under the bed. I was staying with my grandmother, and under the bed they had these. She got them from Egypt, so I went ahead and put them on with these big glasses I had like this, and decided I'd work the drive-thru like that. Did anyone try to stop me? No, they did not. Let me tell you why. Because I did what I wanted. And if it was funny, it'd be like, more power to you, buddy. If that's what you're going to do and we're going to watch, let's do it. Let's have it happen. And we had it happen a lot. This happens in different areas in your life. You can't say it doesn't. If you do, you're a liar. And if you're a liar, I'm going to call you a liar. Okay? Sometimes I lie. Usually if it has to do with protecting my interest and my shame or pride's involved in that moment. Away from that moment, it doesn't seem to matter as much. If in that moment it can matter supremely less, it takes me very quick acting. That's one of the things that I have access to, but it doesn't necessarily make it any better. Because in certain areas where I project over the reality a certain distortion that I project, I have to know that I'm doing it. And there's been some areas where I've been very surprised on what was able to be projected onto someone else. And then the simple fact that there was no basis in any sort of normal logic reality that should allow me to put that on the person according to what they actually had. Like in the case of morals, You wish the person that you're with has got some sort of morals and, integrity, and then when you find they don't, that stuff didn't want to stick anymore, and you're repelled. Yeah, when someone doesn't notice how repelling they are to you, and you keep that under wraps, it's a force multiplier for you, not them, because it would be converted into their wisdom and finally realizing how just sickening that they may make you when they thought otherwise. This might come as a shock. And sometimes somebody that is sickening to you can suddenly become just fucking immensely attractive for reasons you'll never fathom. You'll never fathom. You know why? Because you can't. You really can't. When you're made subject to a different object, be it a person or an actual object, that object can have superiority over you if it bypasses your fucking critical thinking ability. Then every time, it's every time. But you're like, wait, no, that's not right. Yeah, I know it's not right, but it's the way it actually is. It doesn't even have to be right. That's extant. That means it's going to be whatever you think. It doesn't matter what you think. Hey. It doesn't matter what you think. I know that they tell you that it does, to some degree. We hold reservation to think that may be the case. But until then, you have to have preferences. I like fucking Pringles. Okay? And I don't like Frito-Lay. But I've got Frito-Lay. I don't always have them, but I have them today. What's going on here? Hey, shut the fuck up, I'm showing you something. Now, this Frito-Lay needs the bean dip. When he has the bean dip, my stomach goes yes. Okay? Yes. But the Pringle, you see the Pringle? You see it? He does not want this. Now I don't know. I tell you. This is all the same, but I am getting sickness. I don't like it. It's bad. Everything I've had in my mouth tells me, and I know that it's good. This guy is good. This guy is good. And this guy is the most good. And little hot. And this guy is good. Hello. Hey. shut up. But I'm telling you, behind me... Wait, hold on, no. Behind me is the east. If I turn to the east and face the west, I am turning my back to Allah. I cannot know what is good. All things will taste bad to me because I do not have Allah to see and provide approval. In fact, I am turned completely away. So I feel very uncomfortable. Everything is beginning to taste bad. So it is my mind that I am the slave to. Which is why I give my mind to Allah. Help me. Allah help me. I eat this shit. I think it tastes good. I know it's bad. It's filled with not mechanically separated meat, but worse, genetically modified product of America, white devils. I don't like it. And you're saying, you can't even hold your voice. You're now talking in some sort of Russian dialect. That's right. Because I'm from Kabul, and my father was a Russian soldier. So what? You have a problem with it? Fuck it. You probably have some of you in America the same. Huh? Huh? What you said? You know you do. A little bit of, huh? You got a little, foreigner in your woodpile? Of course you don't know. If you know, you would know. But someone lie and tell you. More with white privilege. You don't know. Bedding down people because of your take position. Hey, lady, maid, make my bed. Will my pecker stick up? Huh? It's rude, but you know it happened. Mostly the presidents have sex with brown people. Make little mulatto babies, they did it. They always wanted to do it. Some of them fell in love. But still inappropriate is the love to a slave. You must set them free. It's not meant to be slaves, people. By food, by feeling, pecker, or lady crazy pants. Don't need to be crazy, because then everything that'll make you crazy is make master over you, and you are a slave. If you just give your mind to Allah now, we don't have to jihad you. Think about it, because we're gonna get you. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. I don't say with bomb. Maybe we'll make the sweet, funky love to your women, because we got the goods down there, you know? We've got it. We don't have to have chop like Judas, like the Jews. Oh, they have to get the chop. Not us so much. What we do? Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Sorry. We do not eat the pork either.